It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we are back with more Arcane. We are on Season 1, Episode 7, called The Boy Savior. Is that Jayce? He's not quite a boy.
Yeah, no,
he's
he's
a man.
not.
I'm not sure that applies.
Is it, what, Victor?
Victor's also, I mean,
Yeah, but he's
so
he's
when
a
he
boy.
was... Yeah.
He's a boy in the flashbacks.
But I feel like the episode structure has kind of been like different characters, different... So I don't think
Yeah.
we'll see flashback Victor again,
That's
you
a
know?
good point. Are there any, like, young people in this story anymore, really? Or are
Certainly
they...
not boys. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, the even, you know, Jinx and Vi are both adults, so yeah. Maybe it's somebody we haven't met yet.
Yeah.
We're learning a new element.
We'll find out.
But last time on Arcane, we had the sister reunion.
That's
It was
right, yep.
short-lived. They were trying to talk things out, and then Jinx got mad when she saw Caitlyn, because
Yep, that's
you're
right.
with an enforcer. And then they got attacked by firelights.
That's right, and the firelights took the blue marble.
And they took
right?
Vi.
Yeah, that's right, they took Vi.
So,
That's right, so the dynamics have shifted.
exactly.
Considerably,
Yeah, now
because-
Jinx has got to try to find her.
Yeah, and their initial reunition. What's the word?
Reunion.
Reunion. Thank you.
Reunition.
Whoa. Was pleasant at
Yeah.
first.
They were happy to see each
They
other.
were happy
There's-
to see
yeah.
each other, which is kind of a. It's not what I expected. I
No,
guess.
but it had been so long, and they cared for each other so much, and then kind of each thought the other was dead, you know?
Right,
Like, they didn't
yeah.
even realize that, you know, it was... So I can see how it would just be like, this is unbelievable, and the
Right.
love is what would surface first, you know?
I thought at least Jinx would want Vi dead.
Well, but
kind
it
of,
seemed
but-
like Powder was kind of coming out again when she saw Vi. She was
Yep.
like, sort of... had snapped out of being Jinx and was like, I've kind of gone through some crazy stuff while you were gone. But then when she saw Caitlyn, Jinx
Yeah,
took control
yeah, that's
again, and
right.
she was like, wait a minute, is this a trap or whatever, you know? So
Yeah.
she's a little of a divided mind, I
That
think,
is-
right now.
That is cool too that she's had two names throughout the story. Like I didn't think about that as being like two kind of different identities for the same character, like pre
Yeah.
and post, like accidentally killing her friends and everything else.
Yeah.
You know.
It's kind of what people do with Walter White and Heisenberg, you know?
Yeah,
They talk
right.
about them as separate characters, even though they're one person. And then the other big thing last time was that Heimerdinger was ousted from the council.
That's right.
So,
it's just
yeah.
an impromptu vote to kick
Well-
out their most senior member.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it was sort of impromptu, but we were also reminded in the comments that there was the episode before that concert scene where Jayce was kind of making moves, shaking hands with every other
That's right.
counselor talking to him, and during that scene it was also showing us Heimerdinger just watching the music and enjoying it the whole time.
That's
so
right.
that was a scene meant to be like, he's not keyed in on the politics, he's just living his life, having a good time, and
Yeah.
there are people underneath him making, and of course it's that woman whose name I can't remember, but who Jayce is with now. She's the actual, like, power player that's
That's right,
ousting
yeah.
Heimerdinger. She's having Jayce do it on her behalf.
Yeah,
but
that's a good point.
she's the secret puppet master.
Heimerdinger's lost his edge, but we're also thinking that he might have some sort of secret up his sleeve or
Right.
some way to like get it back. So
When
I'm
you get as
interested
old
to
as
see.
he is, he might have some kind of recourse or
Yeah.
actions that he can take in response.
Do you think at his age he's been ousted from power a couple times and had to like claw it back somehow? And
Yeah.
as a little tiny hamster creature, like it would be hard to keep everyone
called a
listening
yordle.
to you.
It's a
Okay,
yordle.
yordle. Okay, yes, it would be hard to keep everyone like listening to you for that long without having
It's true.
some sort of cards up your sleeve.
He doesn't project authority physically.
Right,
He needs
right.
to demonstrate to other people that he's in charge for other reasons.
And what if we've learned anything from real life, it's that younger people with a thirst for power tend to stop listening to the older people who might actually know better. You
yeah.
know? So it's
Right.
an interesting dynamic.
Yes, I'm excited to see where it goes next. Should we
Yeah,
jump in?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to jump in. You can click on our Patreon link to help support the channel. You can see advanced full-length reactions and vote in movie polls. And yeah, thanks for being here. We're going to watch Arcane.
New intro?
No, this is not an intro. It's cold open. Maybe?
It seems like an intro to me. They're skateboarding around using their hoverboards.
Yeah, see? That was not an intro, that was footage.
Weird.
I knew it was a mistake trusting you.
You've been a real picnic yourself.
Well, they took Caitlyn too.
When were you planning to tell me that your lunatic sister works for him?
Just as soon as you came clean about what the hell you're really doing down here.
I told you the truth.
Bullshit.
Decided to learn more about the firelight situation. What's going on here?
That's what I thought. Stop! Get your hands off of me! Leave her alone! Let me go!
Vi? Vi!
Oh, separated.
That's not good.
You shy? Or just ugly?
Nice.
Yeah. Who is it?
You look good for a dead girl.
Do we know this person? I feel like we should have.
Yeah, I feel like we
crap.
should have to.
Ekko?
Oh, that's Little Man
What do you know about this?
from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's me, Vi. Same person who used to take you down to the junk heap and hose you down when you got covered in grease.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but
People change.
You were following us. Why didn't you say something?
I didn't know if I could trust you.
So you just come out swinging?
Gee, I wonder who I learned that from.
Huh.
You should have learned more. You still
Gotcha.
punched like a little boy.
And you still block with your face.
Yeah, if she was
Remember when you wouldn't stand up to me?
if she was in prison, I can understand how she would feel like everything was just on pause, but people
Right.
have continued living and changing, you know?
Nature has made us intolerant to change, but fortunately, we have the capacity to change our nature.
that's just bad news.
I know the look of a doomed man. I must warn you.
Don't do it.
Love and legacy are the sacrifices we make for progress.
Oh, really?
That's why I parted ways with Heimerdinger. Jayce will understand.
No. You gotta say it out loud. He probably won't. It used to take effort to do stuff. It's all digitized now. Oh god.
Uh-oh.
He was my mentor, Mel. And I betrayed him.
Yeah, you did.
Heimerdinger will understand eventually. It's your time now, Jayce. No more red tape.
Yeah, give it a couple hundred years. We'll get it.
Always dreamed.
Humans don't live that long.
I'll store the council, but they'll soon need their leader. In the meantime, try not to lose your nuts.
Pardon me?
A nut came off of the thing, so. Stop what you meant. Come on, dude. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Enforcers are searching anyone who crosses the bridge.
Marcus is following my orders, preventing Vi and Caitlyn from returning.
Or he's finally flipped.
But Vi and Caitlyn are still down here, right? Or no, they're not, because they're captured.
But where are they?
I've had enough headaches.
It didn't sound like a request.
And Savika is not dead.
No.
I need to find Jinx.
Sir,
What?
she'll come to you when she's ready.
Yep. You're her father figure.
She was there for me, not the enforcer.
Yeah, she's trying to keep control of her mind.
Her name. Caitlyn.
Oh no.
What is... Oh man.
Yeah, she's very disturbed.
What's with this bug?
I don't know.
Is that a
Oh, it's nice.
Pretty
They're
cool.
good guys, I guess.
First saw after Vander died, Silco flooded the lanes with shimmer. He didn't care what it did to people. Everyone here was an addict or a victim.
That's why everyone down there is so
Start again.
messed up.
I should have been there.
He hesitated before he said died.
For everyone.
Is Vander
It's a
Shimmer
good way to
Monster?
drive yourself crazy.
I
If
mean,
I just went with you that day.
we already saw he was.
And he just doesn't want to tell her about that?
God, I hope not.
This is everyone we've lost. The price of our freedom. Some of it was enforcers. Most was Silco.
Oh, and they're both on there. That's cool.
I'm sorry, but that's who she is now.
I mean, she's a terrorist.
Yeah,
It's
true.
There's only so much you can, like, come back from after you've done the things that she's done.
We're bleeding money, and for what? His dreams of rebellion. He's losing control. If we stand together...
These gang leaders or something?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Merchandise is frozen at the border. Topsiders are too afraid to cross.
We're all wondering, what's your plan to fix this?
I like how his speech is impeded because he's got that bottom jaw that's...
Fake mandible.
We should cut a deal and give back the gemstone.
He's gonna kill these people.
Some trade than none at all.
Jinx will deal with it.
Silco's the one who's really behind the border
You
closure.
dogs are for
You think so?
leash.
He said so.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Built over to heal. If you can't handle your own people. Huh?
That box is gonna kill the people in this room.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope, something else.
Oh, I guess so.
You don't recognize it.
Doesn't affect Silco, though.
He took the antidote.
Where we came from. Air so thick you closed your throat.
Oh, so that's the gas
Stuck in your eyes.
that everybody down in the fissures breathes.
Please.
Oh, God.
Don't forget again.
Okay.
All right. Message sent, I guess.
Yeah, I think she's really not used to this kind of place.
No, yeah. This is not how you negotiate.
Well, Caitlyn's just also...
she's mad.
She's so much more out of her element than Vi is.
Yeah.
Let her go. I brought her here. It's me you want.
No, you're
My
right.
hero.
You're... But I thought they were hurting you.
Well, that's good to see, though.
Yeah.
I know she can trust her now.
Where have you been, Jinx?
Oh, you know, chasing down dead ends. And guess what? They're not
So
all
she hates him, but she relies on him.
Yep.
Have you forgotten how she left you? Who found you? Who cared for you?
Yeah.
That's what he's got to do, is lean into that.
I need you. Now more than ever, you have to complete the weapon.
Oh, wow. He's so manipulative.
Yeah.
It's a misunderstanding. They think you work for Silco.
Your people hunt us. Like animals. Silco pays them to do it.
Yeah.
That's not possible.
No, your boss is in his
Yeah.
pocket.
Yep.
She's not your enemy.
Oh yeah? Then what's this?
You got it. You have to let me take that
Yeah,
back.
well,
Yeah, right.
what can they do with it?
Right.
Maybe the firelights
Why
should
do
have
you
it.
want it so bad? Yeah.
With this, someone with the right knowledge could build any hex-tech device.
You don't
Keep talking.
say.
Yeah.
We could beat Silco with this.
That won't solve
You could
things.
change the tide.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, it would solve a lot.
You'd be well within your rights to keep it. I couldn't blame you. If you do, this cycle of violence will never stop.
I
That's
don't
a
feel like
threat.
it'll stop anyway.
Right.
This city needs healing. More than I ever realized. Please, let me help you.
It's the standard, like, oh, it's... You've been wronged.
plan?
We understand now.
I have a
From,
friend
like,
on
the
the council.
enforcers. You know,
She doesn't have enough
James
power to
did.
actually
Right.
do anything about it.
Right.
Your people wouldn't have to hide anymore.
They have no reason to believe that what you're saying is the truth.
I'm the one who gives it to them.
That's fair.
Yeah, but he'll be
that's-
arrested or
You're
killed.
right, exactly.
It's been suggested that they may have found a way to utilize the gemstone. If we are to assume the worst, that would mean they've turned it into a weapon.
Well, do we know this for
You
certain?
know what you're doing.
No, he does.
We should prepare our own countermeasures.
You want us to build weapons? Absolutely not. That is not.
But our enemies might build them.
You're right.
You know?
We would shatter any attempt at peace. Heimerdinger would never go for this.
Heimerdinger's in action is what brought us here. You
Yeah,
said
he's gone now.
I'm only asking you to prepare to defend your people. If we're lucky, we'll never need to use it.
This is a story as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
We agreed Hextech was to improve lives, not to take them.
We may not have a choice.
Don't.
Oh. Come on. There we go. Okay.
He wasn't sure.
There is always a choice.
He thought about just blowing them both up in that room, I think.
You think
He's
so?
Like, yeah, he's like, we're the only ones that can make all these weapons you want to make so bad, and like without us, they're not going to be able to use our technology as quickly or as well, you know? Scientists have to learn this lesson over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, it happens so often. Like, look at this cool thing we made. It's like, oh, if we strap a bomb to it, we could blow up so many people.
I mean, the original application of gunpowder was fireworks.
Right. Or, you know,
We call them firelights.
nuclear fission.
Oh, so those are firelights.
They look like a video game collectible.
Definitely.
You can find them around and you just go,
Yeah.
bing. It's like
How do I
100
get that-
of them.
How do I get that firelight up there?
Yeah,
And
right.
you can see one. Look.
Yeah.
Here we go. Heimerdinger in the Undercity. And don't forget, his blood is in that device.
Yep. So does that mean that the only way... Okay, so is he tying his mortality to this device?
Whoa!
Okay.
He's doing something.
I'm glad I'm not second in line to have to do this and watch it happen.
Yeah.
To him. It's, okay, your turn now. It's pretty awful.
Bye.
I can't leave her again.
Gotta find Jinx before you go back.
It's been real, Cupcake. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, I guess it's a pretty intense bonding experience.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Jinx, you don't have any context for this.
What the hell is this?
Oh no.
Yeah, they didn't know about the blockade, I guess.
Sir, I have proof. Silco's behind everything.
Oh no!
Not the person to tell, but she thought she could trust him.
Yep.
No.
This is when you say, the proof is hidden away somewhere secret and 10 other people know where it is and I'll never tell you where it is.
But she doesn't...
Yeah, I know, but it's...
He knows. Oh, shit!
Shit!
No! He's not dead, is he?
Jinx needs to step in here. No, he's not dead.
Yeah, she's gonna not be able to stay away.
I told you to leave this alone.
He's gonna kill Caitlyn unless he's stopped.
Sure is.
Oh, hey, the firelights.
That would be kind of scary, as these guys.
Come on.
They're mechanical.
They sure are. Are they bombs? Whoa!
Cool. What?
All right. Well,
That's a neat trick. What do you suppose triggered that?
I don't know. Oh, maybe him getting shot in the chest?
Yeah, you think it's... Yeah, no, he's still alive, but...
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe
His
that
heart
impact
rate going down, yeah.
is sensed.
It was Jinx.
She doesn't have those.
She made them after the one went down to her lair, and I think she made a bunch of
you
little
think
bomb
so?
bugs. Yep.
Uh-huh, okay.
Tell my daughter.
Oh, shut up.
Marcus is gonna die? What about his redemption?
This is his redemption.
To be killed?
Yeah, I never should have done any of this in the first place.
Jinx has the device back.
Just leave.
Say something, Vi. Here we go. And he does not trust her or think she can be brought back.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, how stable is the blueberry?
Well, it's a stabler version.
Go!
Faster!
Hey, at least Caitlyn saw now that she can't trust her organization.
Yeah.
Oh, look who it is. The boy savior.
Okay, so that's who it is.
Mm-hmm. They said it.
It was a boy that we just never thought was gonna come back in the story. What's going on?
Fight time.
And another song? Okay, so it's just extremely stylized in this episode. This song is a banger. So they used to play together and now they're playing for keeps. Oh! A mace to the face.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna cost you your life. This moment of hesitation.
No way.
She's gotta be alright, though. She's too significant to be dead there.
I mean, that was pretty point blank. That was very,
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe she's okay. I don't know, she looks pretty dead. If the mortality of the characters in this story is to remain consistent, both of those characters are dead right now.
I guess. I feel like Jinx is way too central to be, like, I feel like this is the story of Vi and Jinx, you know, or Vi and Powder. It's like the sisters are the core of the story.
Right. It would be
most
weird.
of the way through the season now. You know, early on we thought, oh, they're a group of kids, and then they spun that on us. But it's like now there's 2 episodes left, so I don't know.
I mean,
yeah, that was a big explosion. So.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate a story where the characters are expendable, you know, like even no matter how important.
Not expendable, but I think you mean like mortal, right?
Right. Yeah. Or like just because we can say as the audience, like, it doesn't make sense for her to be dead right now. Like, part of the whole story in general is like the chaos of violence and the sort of cold indifference of the universe to your mortality,
and to your grand story that you see of your life, you know, like the universe and things unfolding don't really care if it's an appropriate time for you to die.
Right.
Just if the thing that happened is gonna kill you.
We had talked about, you know, that Jinx may be irredeemable. You know, once she snaps out of it, do you explain to the courts like, oh, she didn't know what
she's better now.
Yeah, it's all good. Won't happen again, officer. You know.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
No,
yeah, she's killed people.
She killed a bunch of cops.
Yeah.
In a giant explosion. She blew up a building
and stole military technology.
Right.
Essentially.
Yeah.
You know?
No. There's no happy ending for her anyway. And like even them meeting again, they would have to be on the run forever. It would be just the same. We'd almost be right back to where we were in the beginning.
Yeah,
minus
kind of.
a bunch of characters.
Right, but I mean, so I feel like the 2 possible scenarios for that are either they both died or they're both alive. Like, if Jinx survived, then Ekko did too. It will just stop that fight and stop him from, like, capturing or confronting her there or whatever, but it will... If they're both alive, then that's legitimate. But if Ekko was killed and Jinx survived, then that's weird, because they were right on top of each other, and the bomb was right next to them.
We've also explored in this story, like, the idea of, like, violent mutilation is totally a thing that can happen to people. You know, they're missing their arms and have mechanical arms and stuff. Like, it was right next to her hand, just rolled out of her hand and was right next to it like this. So, like, you know, it wouldn't necessarily be out of character for her to have a mechanical, like, appendage of some kind.
And don't forget also that we saw a few times already that small doses of shimmer can heal like very significant mortal wounds. You know? So they could go back to healed if they can get a tiny dose of shimmer quickly.
Right.
So yeah.
But quickly though.
Right. You gotta focus on that if that's what's gonna happen. Speaking of shimmer, it reminded me of the fact that Ekko hesitated when he was talking about Vander dying. He said, and since Vander died, you know, so I think that maybe that's our hint that Vander is around as some sort of an unspeakable Silco monster.
Yeah.
That they'll have to fight at the end.
But it would have to be to the point where he wasn't like, oh, by the way, Vander's alive, let's go see him.
No, it wasn't that. It was he's no longer Vander.
Yeah, he's unrecognizable.
Right, but the body that used to contain Vander's mind is still walking around as some sort of a beast. You know, I think maybe is what we'll find out from that little hint, because I think they deliberately showed us him hesitating on that word.
Yeah, it's sort of the idea of like, once somebody's a zombie, they're not them anymore.
And he's like, and not worth it to open up this can of worms with Vi to talk about this, you know? Just say he's dead.
And I would assume it would also be to the point where, like, if Vi discovered Vander on her own in the state that he's in, she wouldn't turn around and be like, you said he was dead.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, okay.
Well, that's not him, you know? We're quibbling now, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
There was a shot of Heimerdinger putting on a hood and going into the Undercity, and then nothing else about him. So
he's got connections, bro.
Right, but I like that they threw us just that like tiny little thing of like, yes, he did not just get pushed out of the picture completely by that happening. He's still around and he will do things.
Well, he's been pretty important thus far.
Yeah.
In terms of like, it's like his influence is the only thing that's kept like the scientists going in the right direction almost.
Right, as soon as he's gone, they're like, well, we really do have to turn these into weapons.
Yes.
You know, it's so I mean,
it's wild that they're even considering this, but
I think Jayce is barreling headlong towards a close-up zoom-in shot on his face, making a nice "What have I done?" expression.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna come in the next couple episodes. We're gonna get a good "What have I done?" from Jayce.
But you know, from our perspective, it's like, dude, this story is old as time. Like, you should know. Like, once the politicians are like, you should turn your science into weapons, though. It would, for our protection, for everyone's protection, the violence isn't going to stop until we crush them to completion, to the point where they can't come back. It's like, well, that never works.
Yeah.
That never works. The next generation rises up and is just that much more, you know, angry at society. It's, you know, sometimes extending an olive branch of, like, maybe like using the technology in a sense of like, we have mistreated you so badly and your health and well-being has been sacrificed so much that maybe this literal magic that we've created can help like rectify the problem.
But they don't have to admit that they were evil and wrong for so long. I don't know. Evil is an oversimplification. I think it's complex political situation, you know. It's
what I mean. Evil in you add bureaucracy to evil, and then it just becomes government. You know what I mean? Like,
but
the government is there to do the things that we would consider reprehensible under the guise of like it being dutiful in some horrible way. You know?
I see what you mean there, but I also the thing that I was trying to say, I guess, is that the people who set it up this way, or the people whose individual decisions are responsible for this dynamic being how it is, are probably not around or in power anymore. And the people who have power just exist in the world that they came into. And like we see, especially with that councilman with the dumb children's puzzle and stuff, that like I think the counselors are generally just kind of rubes that are there being like, hey, this is a sweet gig, you know, but none of them are like, well, this is the way to keep it for these political reasons, you know. They're just like, oh, I got it, all right, this is pretty cool, and nobody's thinking about it. So
once you created the dynamic you want to create, you just sort of then release the power to people who are too dumb to even recognize,
too dumb and too comfortable. Right. So that's why I was trying to say it's not like evil, I feel like, attributes something to the individuals in the system that I don't think is necessarily there, where it's more just like there's a systemic kind of injustice that's going on that the individual people don't even have to be on board with for it to happen.
Because I sort of feel like, and yay, weigh in the comments, I feel like evil is something that can be done even without like a knowledge that that's what you're doing. Like, ignorance can lead to evil just as much as malice can, you know?
Sure, yeah.
You know, like, and it's the ends that define it, not the like once there's people dead and being subjugated, like the initial goal or intentions no longer met.
I suppose. I guess, yeah, this is a semantic discussion about the definitions of specific words. You know, I guess I feel like what you're describing is more accurately like atrocity than evil, you know? Because like I think that there is a certain intentionality behind, like, I am doing bad, I know it's bad, and I relish it. That's sort of what I see as evil. You know?
So is Silco evil?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, even if he feels like the goal of his... Because he doesn't seem specifically and only power hungry. He seems angry at the system that is crushing down
but he's vengeful and he knows he is.
Yeah, and he seems to be willing to do whatever at any cost in order to get power for himself. It's the unfortunate thing of, like, he maybe is doing the wrong things for the right reasons on the surface, but underneath it all, he just wants the power for himself.
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
I guess so. But
yeah, I don't know. This is a really good show.
It
inspires interesting moral conversations for sure.
If this cartoon about magic hamster people is making us have this conversation, that means it's well written, and I feel like it's presenting some very mature themes in a very digestible package.
I'm
nice.
Excited that we're approaching the end of the season, so we're about to run out of Arcane, but the second season is coming very soon, so we're not going to run out. So we get to get a whole fresh dose of it soon after we finish this. So thanks for joining us for this one, everybody. I think that does it for this week. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
This is Catch Up Packets. Goodbye.